Hi there, Lokesh. So, as you mentioned, you want to see a report which showed a number of the features, and a lot of it seemed to be focused on efforts. So, what I've done is we've sort of used some of the grade data, and sort of mimic this as efforts, just so that you can see a demonstration of how this would work. So, you may see some of the grades are slightly more inflated than expected. Okay, so on this first screen here, we've got the first snapshot, and I'll just maximize this. Now, I've applied some filters and I've got my basic 5 in, which is academic year, year group, UPN for name and surname. I've also applied a filter on academic year, and also I've just applied an internal sort of user-defined group of IB level diploma, just because I'm going to focus on this small group of students to show you the data. Now here we've just got a basic 5 report, and then in addition we've got the subjects that each one of these students are studying. Now for this example, I've literally only done 3 subjects, just so that we keep it small and just so you can get a feel for how the product works. Obviously when it comes to you using it, you can add in as many subjects as you would like, but for this example we've just got 3. So if these students only have like 3 subjects in, we've got the language, mathematics and biology, then I've created an average effort grade based on this. And to do this, I've simply headed to the subject columns and I've dragged and dropped the points column. And then I've chose the correct subject and then the correct results type, which is effort. I've repeated that for each of the subjects, and then I've totaled it as well. Once I've totaled it, then I've created a calculation, which is an average. So because I know there's 3 subjects, I've simply done the total divided by 3, and there we go, we've got the average there. So the next snapshot is an additional, it's very similar to the previous one, however it's got an additional column which is called multi-statement, and the multi-statement is replicating your request to see whether they're awarded or not awarded, depending on if they've got an average effort grade of 2.3 or more. So as you can see in this conditions filter, what I've done is I have applied a filter for all the students who have an average effort grade of 2.3. If they've got an average effort grade of 2.3 or more, then it's awarded. If it's any less, then it would be red. And if I scroll down, as I was saying, we've used some actual grades for this, so the numbers are slightly inflated. However, they are awarded for the majority of them. If I click on the multi-statement here and then just click edit, then I can see the statement that is attached behind this formula. So as you can see, more than or equal to 2.3 awarded. However, if it's less than 2.3, then it's not awarded. Furthermore, if I want to put some color coding attached to it, then I just right click on the column header, color coding, then click edit. And as you can see, if it's saying awarded, then it will change the color to green, the cell color to green. However, if it's saying not awarded, then it will change the cell color to crimson. Now the next snapshot here, we've got the average effort grade by the house and gender. So one of your requests was to see the breakdown of the effort grade, well, the average effort grade for each student by the house and the gender. Now, the house and the gender is located in the interest group. And as I was saying in the training a few weeks back, you can have as many user-defined interest groups as you like. However, house and registration group are already pre-built into the toolkit. So if what I would do is drag and drop the interest group like I have done, and I've got 2 here. And as you can see, the first one is house, and I put some sample houses in, so just sample A, B, C, and D. And then I've also got the gender as well. And to ensure that these show in the actual report, as you can see here, I've just simply grouped them, and then the toolkit knows to group it by the house, and then in addition to group it by the gender as well. We've also got the subjects here. We don't have to show the subjects. We could hide the subjects if we just want to focus on seeing the average grade as well. But we've got the subjects there, and then we've got the average effort grade. Then we've got a multi-statement to see on average for this house and the gender, are they awarded or are they not awarded? So the next snapshot is the Cat 4 by house. Now, as you know, we don't have any Cat 4 data in, but we've just played about with some of our grades in the toolkit just to demonstrate how this would work. Now, we've got the house, the Cat 4 grades in, and then we've got the current data as well, which is shown in these two columns here. We've also got a student count and we've got the house. So because this is only broken down by the house, we've only grouped it by the interest group of house. So this is shown average grade, average Cat 4 grade, and then the average term grade by the house. So there's 4 houses, which is 4 lines. At any point, if you'd like to drill down and see what students are included within these categories, you can simply right click and then click drill to students, and then you'll see the students attached underneath. The next step is the Cat 4 by pupil list. So this is basically the whole set of students, and then we can see their Cat 4 data and their latest term data. And then this snapshot tells us whether they're meeting their Cat 4 data prediction or not. So as you can see, we've got the Cat 4 data here, we've got the house, we've got the subject, and we've also got the latest term data as well. Finally, we've got a difference which is hidden. If I just unhide that, we can see the difference. So we can see that the Cat 4 data is 5 here for this particular student, Karen. However, their terminal data, the latest term data is 6, so they're actually exceeding their Cat 4. If I just hide this again, so just so it looks nice and tidy, right click and then click hide, then it will hide. And then if I open this multi-statement, then I can see the difference column which is used. And as you can see, it's using a more than, equal to, or less than 0. If it's more than, then it's exceeding. If it's meeting, then if it's equal to, then it's meeting. However, if it's less than, it's below. And then to continue with that, we've got the color coding as well. Just if I right click on the header, color coding and edit, we've got a similar color coding setup as the previous snapshot, where we've got the green, orange, and blue. The red. Okay, so that's the Cat 4 pupil list, and then we've got a very, very similar setup for the target. This is exactly the same, it's identical. The only difference is we're using target data rather than Cat 4 data. So the target data, we've used the diploma target results types, and then we've got the latest term data there as well, and it's a very similar setup. We've got the difference, and then we've got the multi-statement, whether it's on target or not. The next snapshot here, we've got the average effort grade broken down by not only the gender, but the house and the form as well. So what I've done here is I've decided to sort it by the house. So we've got all the A's here, and then we've got the breakdown by the gender and then the form as well. So you can see the forms attached as well as the gender in the house, and you can see a real fine breakdown. These numbers here represent the subjects that are included in the average effort grades, but then we've got the average here. So this is sort of the data that we want. We've also got the multi-statement as well, so we can see whether they're awarded or not awarded. But we've got the breakdown by 3 different categories. And if we head over to the left-hand side, we can see that we've got it grouped by house, we've got it grouped by gender, and then we've also got it grouped by form as well. So I'll just head over to the next snapshot. Now, there was another request as well, which you mentioned, where you wanted to see all the term data for the whole academic year, and you wanted to see the attainment as well as the effort. So that can be done. Now, what I've done is, for this example, just because it'd be an extremely long report, I've simply stuck to 3 subjects as well. And then I've got the efforts for each of the 3 subjects. And then I've also got the grades for each of the 3 subjects. As you can see here, if we look at these 6 columns here, they all say term 2, because that's the term that we're looking at. If we scroll further on, then we can see that we've got 3 sets of efforts for term 3 and 3 sets of grades for term 3 as well. So we can continue this throughout the academic year. We can continue building this spreadsheet, and we can continue building this report, and then we can see the terms throughout the year. And then you can also conduct calculations as well. We can conduct multi-statements and we can conduct differences to see the overall progress throughout the year. But this is very simple and nice and easy to be done. You simply just head to the subject columns and just drag and drop either the grade or the points. If you're planning on doing any calculations, such as maybe an average or difference over time, I'd recommend using the points column just because you can use calculations on that. However, if you just want to simply view the grades, then you can use the grade/level column, and that will work just as well. I'm just going to make this smaller just so I can click on the next one. So next, we're going to click on the weekly attendance. Now, I believe this request, you mentioned a request regarding attendance, seeing the attendance overall, but then some points, and then you wanted some color coding regarding, whether it was positive or negative. Now, I'm assuming this is in relation to behaviour, and unfortunately at the minute we haven't got that feature built into the toolkit. However, we can do an overall breakdown of the attendance as well, so we can always add in attendance over the weeks on a week by week basis. We can simply just use the quick attendance. We don't have any data at the minute, but we can use a quick attendance of the dates where we've got 1st of April to the 7th of April and 25th of March till the 31st of March. Unfortunately, the behaviour isn't quite working, and I've used some grades just to see if I could try and make something work, but unfortunately we don't have the iSAMS connection at the minute. And then the final request was to see the high performing students based on the form. So I presume, from my understanding, what you wanted to see was a list of the students by the filtered by the form, and then you wanted to see the highest average effort grade of each form for each student. So as you can see here, I've sorted it by the average effort grade, so from highest to lowest, and we can see the highest effort grade is 7 here, and then we've got this student who has achieved it, and this is for Diploma A. So what I've done is I've dragged and dropped the interest group of the forms, and then I've applied a filter for Diploma A, the form Diploma A. If I have a look at the next snapshot, we can see it's Diploma B. So this filter just changed to Diploma B, and we can only see all the students in form Diploma B. And I've same thing again, I've sorted it from highest to lowest for the average effort grade. And then we can see here we've got Nadia, who is the highest she's got the highest average effort grade. And then I've repeated the same thing for Diploma C, form Diploma C. Obviously, you would use your own form names, but this is sort of just a rough guide, just to give you a feel of how it would look and how you would build the reports in the toolkit. I've got this saved on my toolkit, so if you've got any further questions, feel free to let me know. However, I'll just quickly show you, because I know you mentioned about exporting the report to a document. I'm presuming Excel. Well, we can do that nice and easily. We can either choose to export all the reports or maybe just one snapshot at a time. But what I'll show you for today is just I'll show you how to export all the reports. So you simply just head to File, Export, and then you simply click Lock to Excel, and then you will see the reports as well. So I'll just call it 1, 2, 3. And then eventually it will export the report. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap up the session. I will send you a copy of the Excel report just so you've got a physical version for you to play about with. If you've got any questions, feel free to let me know. And yep, we'll speak to you next week. Thank you. Bye.